Hey everyone, hello. I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna try my best not to overthink this or get too nervous or anything like that. Welcome to my very first video. I'm not exactly sure how to start one of these videos off in a unique or a never been done before kind of way, so I just want to start by saying if you're here watching this, I really want to take a moment to thank each and every one of you for taking the time out of your day or night, depending on wherever you're watching this from, to check out my little channel and see what I'm all about here. If you enjoyed the video, please feel free to like and subscribe or leave a comment because from what I understand, it goes a really long way in helping the algorithm get my videos out there. I guess you could call this my pilot episode, where I'll be introducing myself to all of you and letting you know what brings me here and what kind of content you can expect to see going forward on this channel. I wanted to release my first episode on January 21st as a nod to Minecraft 1.21, as a little Easter egg, if you will, or if you can even call it an Easter egg. So, at the time of writing this script, the episode I started around 8:45 p.m. yesterday night on January 20th, 2026. I was relaxing with some good old Culvers. I got me a buy one, get one chicken sandwich deal, and it was pretty dank. I got myself some iced half and half tea while listening to some pretty chill music while thinking about the journey I'm about to embark on with all of you. If you've got any snacks, feel free to start the Munchie Fest, or if you got yourself a little something to sip on, feel free to kick back and whet your whistle. Or, if you're listening to this to fall asleep to, then I hope this video helps give you the good night's rest I'm pretty sure we all could use. Just to give you some context behind what you'll be seeing in the background throughout the episode as I talk, is footage from my personal realm that I've been working on here and there for the last 4 to 5 years now. For those drifting off to sleep, good night and sweet dreams, my friends. And for those busting open their snacks and kicking back, without further ado, let the story begin. A long time ago, in a non-copyrighted area, in a word that rhymes with schmalaxy, far, far away. I think I can say that without getting Disney slammed. I know galaxy isn't copyrighted, but I don't know if I can say galaxy in that order of words without summoning the wrath of the mouse. So, I'm gonna be a good boy and play it safe. And the funny thing, as I was recording this and as I was writing the script, I actually looked up if a certain phrase of words that I wanted to use was copyright, and yes, the people at Disney, yes, they copyrighted it. So it's good we're playing it safe, you know what I mean? But anyways, I too was a boy who yearned for the mines as I started playing Minecraft all the way back in 2011 when it first released for iOS. I remember I was at my cousin's house, and if I remember correctly, my brother was also there. They were both playing Minecraft on their iPads, and at the time, I had no idea what Minecraft was. But after watching them play for a little while, and being someone who grew up loving Legos, I was hooked instantly when I got my hands on one of the iPads and took my first steps into that beautiful and blocky world. Now, this is kind of a long sub-story, but I don't know how many of you can relate to this, but what initially drew me to Minecraft is back when I was a kid, I loved building Lego sets. If you want to get really specific, I freaking loved Lego Star Wars, and I still do. Like, my closet is full of Lego Star Wars sets. I've only got a few of them put together, but I'm just trying to get space or, like, trying to find areas where I can display them without my cat knocking them over. But the point I wanted to make was I especially loved the sets that opened up and had inside interiors. Like, I remember another one of my brothers and I had a Lego SpongeBob set growing up, and I think it was SpongeBob, Patrick, and Squidward's houses, but I only remember opening up the inside of SpongeBob's house, and you could see the inside, and I loved all the details they would put into the interiors. So when I played Minecraft, it was almost like building my own Lego sets of my own design, and not only could I build whatever I wanted, or whatever my imagination could puke up, but I had an unlimited amount of pieces to build with, and I was small enough that I could go inside each of my structures for a first-person point of view and see what it looked like up close as if I was the Lego figure itself. Mind-blowing, right? Now, back to the main story. When I played Minecraft with my cousin for the first time, this was so long ago, I'm pretty sure there was only one game mode back then, and if I'm remembering correctly, I think there wasn't even a hunger bar yet. Forgive me if I'm wrong, and definitely feel free to correct me in the comments below if I misspeak about anything regarding the original game. Like, I promise you guys I won't get offended or anything. It's been about 15 years, I believe, since it first released on iOS, so I'm pulling bits and pieces from what I can remember. But I'm pretty sure certain wool blocks you had an infinite amount of back then, like red, blue, black, gray, and white, I think, were all the colors that there were. Maybe there were more colors, but those are the only ones that I can think of. And I remember building a few towers out of wool, and I remember thinking I was so cool by digging underground and connecting them by this little tiny tunnel path, and I had ladders going up to each of the building through secret entrances. Now, by secret entrance, I just mean a ladder at the back of the room behind a block, because my young dumb self did not know a single thing about the basics to secret bases or anything like that. Like, even writing this script and reading it to all of you now, I'm just remembering all the terribly obvious entrances I used to have, thinking I was so awesome, like nobody knew where my base was. Even now, if I show you guys, like, videos of my realm going forth in the future, I'll even show you a video, like, upcoming later on. Like, I see all of these amazing, complex redstone contraptions for secret base entrances, and I literally have a fake waterfall in one of my pathways where if you just simply remove the dirt block under the water, all it is a ladder going down to the small little area, and boom, that's it. That's my secret base. Like, just like when I was a kid, like, old school, I don't have any cool redstone stuff, but it's definitely something I want to learn someday. Now, I don't know if any of you guys did this too, but I also remember always putting a small pool of water inside the front room of my house. Like, it was just a random body of water that really served no purpose whatsoever, but I remember thinking, hey, it's pretty classy growing up. I would also try to make these zombie walkways where I would trap them in a big hole shaped like a pathway, like, 2x6 or 2x8, leading up to my house, and I'd put glass over it. That way, if I was ever being chased by my cousin or my brother, I could just break the glass and trap them in it before they got to me. But needless to say, it never worked. They always got to me before I could break the glass, but man, did it look cool. Now, over the course of 15 years that I've played Minecraft, on and off again, I've played this game on everything you can think of, from iPads, iPods, Androids, PCs, Xbox 360, PS3 and PS4, the Nintendo Switch, and you're all currently watching this now on the Xbox Series S. Now, I'm not exactly trying to system flex or anything like that, I promise you guys, but I'm more or less just trying to show my history here and how long I've been invested in this game for. I'm sure some of you watching this remember the OG tutorial worlds with the big, comforting Minecraft sign that would be lit up in the sky at night with good old reliable torches nonetheless. No, what's it called? The lanterns, nothing fancy like that. None of the string lights that they have with the bookshelves, or not the bookshelves, those, I don't know, I think they're just called shelves or something like that. I honestly have not used those in my realm yet. I think you make them by like 6 stripped logs or something like that, but I've seen a lot of people do the really cool fairy lights with them. They'll either put like 3 torches or 3 lanterns, and it's something I'd like to do, but oh my god, I'm just like crying about all the resources. Like, I really got to set up an iron farm at some point, but I digress. Yeah, I was talking about the big old Minecraft sign that you'd see lit up in the tutorial worlds, and all the cool buildings and all the cool towns and little cities that they put all over the place. And there's so many times I sit awake at night just headbutting the wall for not downloading or trying to save those old world templates, because, come on, anyone who knows what I'm talking about knows just how goated and nostalgic those worlds were. Like, I want to say every year, or every couple months even, they would come out with a new one, and every time I would think, okay, this is the final one, and I would save it. And like, I swear I have OCD. Like, I would save a world and then I would like mess with it, add builds, and I would like destroy certain things, and I'm like, I'll delete it and I'll get a new one eventually, and I never ended up saving it. So then they would update the tutorial world and it's like, like I just lost it forever. Now, over the years of playing Minecraft, there have been several times where I've tried to make the jump into the scene of content creation, whether it be trying to do like streaming on Twitch or making YouTube videos, but nothing ever seemed to really stick, as I'm not a very confident person, and I wouldn't post very often. Like, we're talking maybe like once a month, maybe once every 2 to 3 months, and there was never really anything specific. Like, we're talking random things from a Skyrim video here to like a GTA 5 compilation there. Like, I never really had anything that was like a specific niche, if you will. And I also get told that I talk way too fast, so speaking to where I'm understandable has always been a hassle, to say the least. And I honestly never really found myself to be someone interesting enough to watch them play video games. Like, there are so many content creators whose videos that I've watched over the years who have genuinely made me laugh to tears. And I've never really said or done anything that's made me laugh consistently enough or entertain someone enough to be like, hey, you know, I need to record myself. But over the course of years, I've been trying to grow more confident in myself, and I'm trying to work on my speaking, as I don't really have anyone in my life who cares about Minecraft to the extent that I do, and it's something I'd say I'm pretty passionate about. Like, as silly as it is, I could talk for hours about building ideas for my realm, or structure setups around my kingdom, and all kinds of things. So now that I'm posting to YouTube with a concrete goal in mind, I have all of you that I get to talk your ears off about all my nerdy stuff, and it's totally exciting and not at all lame or boring at all whatsoever. Now, I know this is random and they don't know me, but I really want to give shout outs to the following creators. Huge shout out to the following people. I'm sure you guys have seen their videos in the past. Shout outs to A Cookie God, Fit MC, SB737, and Kendrasite, as those were the 4 creators I started seeing pop up across my algorithm, and those are the 4 that got me really heavily interested in actually trying to make a career out of my love for Minecraft. I'd like to share what it was about each of these creators that drew me into what I'm doing right here, right now, for all of you to hopefully enjoy. Starting off with Kendrasite, he's someone whose video started popping up in my algorithm on Facebook about a year ago, I think. It could be longer at this point, but I'd be seeing this guy build these insane water-based builds that look absolutely incredible, to say the least. I think what drew me to him was back in one of his videos, he explained some of his builds serve no actual purpose whatsoever, but it's just there for aesthetic or lore purposes. Like, he has one episode where he shows off his water purifying system, and it's Minecraft. You don't need to purify water unless you're playing with a mod pack or something, but nevertheless, he built one, and it looked amazing. Like, those are the kind of builds I'd love to incorporate into my realm. Like, obviously you need your purpose builds, if you will, like your spawners, your farms, and like your iron farms, like your mob spawners, like that kind of thing, and whatnot. But I love the idea, sorry about that, I had a little stutter there. I love the idea of having builds just for looks, like the water purifiers, or random houses or villagers to live in, or a little market in town square or something, you know? So again, major shout out to Kendrasite. Thank you so much for the inspiration, man. Now, as for A Cookie God and SB737, those two, man. Those two are, not to sound dumb or anything, but I consider those guys like my lunchtime heroes and like my nighttime companions for like the last year and a half to 2 years, I'd say, give or take. Like, I would always be watching these guys on my lunch breaks when I'm bored at work or when I'm up late at night and not able to sleep. These guys' videos kept me company and gave me more ideas for what I'd like to do with my own channel. Basically, for example, like, what I mean by, like, what ideas I do for my channel is I see, like, A Cookie God does a lot of these, like, really cool and interesting challenges. Like, I'll get to that later. I believe I explained that in my script. If I don't get to that, I'll make sure I bring that up before the end of the video. But, I used to be a really heavy vapor, and on my lunch breaks at work, I would just hit my vape while I sat outside, and I scrolled random reels on, like, Facebook or Instagram and stuff like that. And it wasn't until I quit vaping that I started actually eating on my lunch breaks, and I don't know about you, but it's kind of annoying to keep scrolling video after video after video while you have a sandwich in your hand or when you're trying to eat a bag of chips. So that's when I started going to YouTube and throwing on any 30-minute video that was entertaining to get me through on my lunch breaks. And the funny thing is, it's not even like I started out watching Minecraft YouTubers. Like, when I first started watching YouTube videos on my lunch breaks, I actually used to watch, like, the local documentary YouTubers. Like, shout out to these guys as well. Smokey MCC, Kiwi Tapes, and Turkey Tom. Like, those 3 guys offer great and sometimes hilarious commentary while exposing dangerous individuals and bringing them to the public eye. And I ended up starting to focus my attention more on Minecraft videos when I started playing something different within Minecraft myself. Basically, for the last few years, I've only played on my personal realm on and off again, and that was pretty much it. But at the time, I started watching Minecraft on YouTube, and I started seeing different challenges, like the 1 block skyblock challenge, as I'm sure you guys are familiar with, and I wanted to see how other people were taking on these different challenges. Like, whenever I do survival, I feel like I was that typical 2-month player, like the whole, or 2-week phase, not 2-month, the 2-week phase player. Like, I would get on, I would make my house, I would make my farm, and I would be like, all right, that's pretty much it. I don't know what else to do here. And yeah, so once I started seeing like a cookie guy doing like these different challenges and stuff like that, I really wanted to get into doing these things myself. So I started playing. I downloaded one of the variants of the one block sky block, and that was really fun. And I didn't get any footage of it, so I would really like to start one of those like from day one all over again, and I would really love to do these in hardcore mode for you guys. But anyways, back to what I was saying, my bad. I don't mean to, like, diverge off into, like, a bunch of different topics, or if it sounds like I'm talking about too many things at once, like, let me know, and I'll definitely try to work on that. So, SB737 had these really interesting and entertaining videos where he would play all of these different mod packs, and it wasn't just simply playing the mod packs. Like, in my opinion, he's a really good builder, and he would create some really cool looking structures and some insane farms and contraptions. I'm pretty sure at one point, it's not even like the typical YouTuber where, oh, it's 100 days, or not even 1,000 days, but I'm pretty certain he had a 10,000 day server video. Like, the time and effort put into a world like that is astronomical to me. Like, my realm is currently passing the 3,000 day phase, and that's not even with constant work. Like, there have been multiple nights in the past where I couldn't sleep, and I would just go to somewhere peaceful looking on my realm, and just leave the game on all night to fall asleep to. So, again, major shout out to SB737. Thank you for the inspiration, man. As for a cookie god, not to sound like I'm trying to glaze or anything, but his videos were the ones I probably watched the most of. Like, if I wasn't watching his videos on my lunch breaks at work, then I was watching his videos to fall asleep to at night whenever I wasn't falling asleep to the little areas around my realm. Before, I mainly only watched the shows I grew up with to fall asleep at night. Shows like Family Guy, American Dad, Cleveland Show, King of the Hill, and that kind of stuff. But the more I considered becoming a Minecraft YouTuber, I was looking to surround myself with more of that kind of content to get a better understanding of what I would be needing to do to give my own personal spin or take on being a content creator. I think the very first video of a cookie god that came across my algorithm it wasn't like everybody else at the time that was doing the one block sky challenge, but I can't think of the name at the time, but it's a 100-day challenge where he did, it's like a layered world where it was like anything you could think of. It was like one layer of dirt, one layer of diamonds, one layer of sponges, one layer of dripstone, like it was so on and so forth. It was just different items and materials and just anything you could think of, and I'd never seen anything like that before, as previously the only challenges I've ever heard of was the one block sky block challenge, and we're not talking about the god block, like, or I guess the one block is the god block, so the only one that I had heard of as the past is the one block one, and then the sky block where it's just that little chunk of land and you gotta survive with the stone and the lava, and that's pretty much it. Now, a cookie god, I feel, has a really welcoming atmosphere in his videos. Like, it's just a whole chill vibe seeing his videos and the kind of builds he can pull off. Like, I have to honestly give this man credit for inspiring me to add more nature aspects into my build. Like, before, and growing up, my builds were just, in quotes, normal, I guess you could say. And I noticed in a lot of a Cookie God's videos, he would always add some sort of greenery or leaves into or around his homes. And I never realized before just how, much that touch of greenery really adds to a build or brings out another dimension to it. Like, throughout this video, you'll see one of my underground bases with green vines and tree leaves throughout it, and that's directly from watching a Cookie God's videos from last year or two. So, that's a huge major shout out to a Cookie God. Thank you for the inspiration, man. As for Fit MC, I'll admit I've never really watched any of his build videos or seen like what kind of structures he can make, but man, can that dude tell a story. Like, if you're ever looking for an extremely entertaining story about the past of Minecraft and one of its most notorious servers, I highly urge you to look up Fit MC and his documentation about the history of the 2B2T server, as he is an excellent narrator. Like, I would love to make a story about Minecraft sound as intense and interesting as that man can. Like, I had heard about 2B2T growing up, but I never knew the extent of it or just how hard it was to survive in something like that. And not only does Fit MC do an excellent job narrating the history of it, but he has several videos where he himself actually travels to 2B2T for a first-person experience. So this isn't just some guy telling you stories like that he's heard from another person's point of view. This is a legitimate person who has been on the inside and has seen the server and all of its mayhem with his own eyes. So again, if you're looking for something with great storytelling, storytelling, I definitely recommend checking out FitMC's channel as well. Like, I don't feel like I'm great as a speaker yet. Like, I feel like I'm still trying to work on my, not my pause, I guess pauses or my punctuation. Like, I feel like I'm taking a lot of deep breaths, or I'm running out of breath a lot, and I feel like FitMC is like a very, again, like almost like a cookie god in the sense where it's a very relaxing, chill vibe. It's a very, like, you know, it feels like you're damn near watching like the History Channel. Like, it's a very, like, awesome vibe watching his videos. So, again, major shout out to FitMC. Thank you for the inspiration, man. I'll be going and leaving links below in the description to each of these creators' channels so you can check them out for yourself if you're ever looking for some awesome Minecraft entertainment. I think one thing that's greatly helped with my confidence in actually giving this a full effort shot is, as silly as this sounds, I never realized Minecraft creators use scripts in their videos. Like, I thought they were all just genuinely smooth talkers and speakers. Like, I promise you, if it wasn't for this script I'm reading to you now, this would be pure chaos. Like, every other word would be like, and I'd be going, every other word as I stumble to try to piece together what I'm trying to say. And that whole explanation that I just gave to you right now was even scripted, and even this sentence explaining it to you guys is in the script too. Now, don't get this twisted, I still plan on doing genuine narrations and reactions once I figure out how to record my voice as I play. Like, I really, really want to capture the authentic excitement in the moments where you find diamonds, or if you beat the warden, or the ender dragon, or the wither. Like, those are the moments you can't script a reaction to. You can't just be like, oh, yo, guys, I did this, or, yeah, you know, totally awesome. Like, the hype and excitement, it's just there when it happens, you know what I mean? Like, you gotta show that authentically, or you just don't. So that's something I really want to do, and one idea that one of my friends and my sister and I were talking about was trying to record on the app that I'm using now at the same time that I record on my Xbox, and then just syncing them together. So I'm going to try that in the upcoming videos, and we'll see how that works. Now, for the longest time, I kept telling myself, I'm ready to start making videos, and then I'd give myself 20 different excuses why not to, or how I'm not ready after all. And I felt really inspired seeing some of the newer Minecraft creators and how they've only been around for 5 or so years and have established themselves as successful creators and talented builders. So I really want to stop with the excuses and just start documenting my own Minecraft journey with you all before I end up making some sort of final excuse and hanging this dream up for good. Now that I've more or less told the story of how I've got to this point of finally making videos for you all, I want to take a little moment and let you all know what kind of videos you'll be seeing here going forward in the future. Trying to take deep breaths, but like not in the mic. I'm trying to like turn my head away so you're not hearing me like deep breathe into it, because I feel like I'm talking fast and I'm still trying to slow down. But anyways, if I'm able to, which I'm not even going to say if I'm able to, I'm determined. I'm going to do this for you guys. I'd really like to put out a minimum of at least 2 episodes per week. So, for example, next week you would all have 2 episodes from 2 different series to enjoy. I know realistically I probably should have had those 2 episodes ready to go to release them side by side with this pilot here, but if I'm being honest, I almost made another excuse why I wasn't ready yet, and I wasn't actually going to do any of this in the end. Like, this part's not really in the script at all, but you guys have no idea how nervous I was actually going into this. Like, I really have been trying to figure out how to actually start one of these videos. Like, I've wanted to for years now. Like, the microphone I'm, like, recording this on for you guys has been sitting in my closet for, like, the last 2-3 years. Like, I've got all these things that I've got to start recording with, and I've literally done nothing with it. So, back to the script, though. At last minute, it's really dawned on me that it's the new year. It's 2026, and if I don't start making these videos now, then I'm never going to. So I'm recording this on January 21st and putting all this editing together once I got home from work today to try to get at least 1 episode of something uploaded by tonight, the latest, because, you know, who am I kidding? Ever since high school, I've always thrived best under pressure, so instead of making my 1000th excuse for why not to start this channel, let's just throw all of our eggs in one basket and go all in and get something uploaded tonight before midnight, so I can at least say I have a solid start to my Minecraft journey. I would also love to share parts of my life along the journey with you all, and more or less track all of what I consider to be personal milestones for myself. Like, as I'm playing Minecraft, I'd like to also, like, make it a little relatable, and, like, have you guys get to know me a little more, like, my hobbies, my interests, like, what I've got going on outside of my gaming and stuff like that. With all that being said, if you are someone who has been debating back and forth whether or not you should be making your own videos and posting your own content, just do it. The longer you sit around and don't do it, you're only going to keep piling up reason after reason why you shouldn't, like I was. Like, I could have been doing this 5 years ago, and I could have had a whole library, and, like, you guys could have seen my realm from day one. But unfortunately, like, I'll be grateful with the fact that, you know, at least you guys get to see day 3,000 something and forward. And at least all my other videos, I get to start from day one with you guys. So I'm at least really excited about that. But when it comes to the 2 series I'd like to do, I'd be doing 1 series on that realm I just mentioned, just showing what I currently have going on there, like what kind of builds I'd be implementing, and tours of current builds that I already have completed, as well as going over cool past lore and builds of my good old friend and also my family members. And then, the second series I'd be doing for you guys is the 100-Day Hardcore Challenge series, where I'd be playing a minimum of 100 days across various challenges, such as the 1-Block Challenge or the 1-Block Skyblock Challenge. I'm really interested in doing that random layers one that I mentioned above from Cookie God. Like, I'm really curious about doing all those random layers and just seeing how I can do in one of those situations. And there was even a dinosaur mod pack I saw my friend playing that I think would be really fun to do a series on. Like, I'm not really sure if it was specifically Jurassic Park, but you could make, like, dinosaur armor. They had all these dinosaur contraptions. And you guys know, as I'm sure, like, when it comes to creepers and everything like that, like, if they come up behind you and explode, like, it's only when you're outside. Like, if you're safe inside your house and they're out by a window, like, they can't do anything to you. But in this dinosaur mod pack, like, no, this is completely different. Like, he was showing me one time he was just minding his business in his house, and you heard, like, this rumbling, and literally a dinosaur came crashing through his house. So, like, there's gonna be some intense moments, I think, in that series, and I think that'd be really enjoyable to do a video on for you guys. I've got some other video ideas brewing as well that I'd like to share at a later time, but just more when I have them more thought out on paper instead of just base concepts in my head, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like right now the other video ideas I have, I've got vague explanations for, but I'd really like to actually, like, build a concrete, like, representation of, like, what I'm looking to do and try to see if I can put together my own, like, unique or original series. I just want to do some more digging to see if, like, anybody else has done it before I start, like, trying to implement it myself. But I don't want to pat myself on the back or anything, but I really want to say that, like, I'm actually proud of myself for once. For once, I feel like I actually did something I set out and told myself I was going to do, instead of making excuses after excuses why I shouldn't or why I'm not ready yet. For once, I was able to finish writing the script today while I was at work, while I went in to scoop up a little bit of overtime because I've got a few things I'm trying to save up for. But I've got everything recorded once I got home, and I'm working on getting everything edited together as soon as I finish this recording, and depending on when I finish, I may or may not have this video released by January 21st, or 1.21 if you will, depending on when I get everything put together. I'm really hoping I can get everything uploaded before midnight, but just to give you guys a little bit of, like, realism, like where things stand at this moment so you know, like, where I'm at, it's approximately 10:29 p.m. right now, and I'm still working on the recording, and I just got to do the editing and everything, so I'm not thinking it'll be uploaded by midnight, but at least I got the channel up by 1.21, right? I'm sure that's got to mean something, right? For those of you curious what I'm using as I get used to the whole YouTube video style, if you will, I'm using Shotcut for my video editing, like putting my gameplay footage together with my recorded audio. And that Shotcut, that's going to be SHOTCUT. And then for recording the actual audio itself, like I'm doing now with you guys, I'm using Audacity, which is AUDACITY. Both of these are completely free open source apps. I think that's what they're called. But there's no, like, hidden fees. There's no, like, any hidden charges or anything like that. Like, as far as I know so far, like, I'm recording, like, I'm not seeing any kind of, like, bad, like, delays or any kind of, like, hidden fees. Like, oh, you got to pay for this to unlock this and that. Like, so yeah, they both seem pretty reliable so far, and I would give those a try if you want to make your own videos, but you're, like, looking to get the feel of things before you go spending money on more, like, professional apps or more, like, expensive, like, software. If any of you would like to share any kind of, like, tips or advice or any kind of feedback on what you thought about my first episode below, I'd really appreciate hearing your thoughts, as I'd love to improve my videos for all of you in any way that I can, as well as get a chance to interact with you all. I think that pretty much sums up everything I've got to say for this pilot episode. If you've stuck around this long and listened to me ramble all the way through and you've made it to the end of this video, I want to genuinely thank you for sticking by and listening to my story. And if you put this on to fall asleep to, I hope you're resting well right now and sleeping peacefully. If you enjoyed this video, please consider liking and subscribing, or leave a comment below about what kind of 100-day challenge you would like to see me take on in my upcoming videos. Thank you again for watching, and I hope all of you have an amazing day or night, depending on where you're watching this from. Love you guys. MELIORCRAFT is signing off.